Alright guys, what is going on? It is good to be back, finally making these videos once again. If you haven't checked out the video I posted last week where I basically talked about everything of what I've been doing over the summer, just updating you all basically on what's been going on, I definitely recommend checking that out before you watch this video. So if you want to watch that, I'll leave the link down below. But without further ado, let's get back into watching the back nine of my video at Henlle, because I uploaded the first video like 4 months ago. I'm still yet to show you all what happened at the back nine, and that is where it got interesting. So let's get right back into it. So we're going to continue where we left off. So starting the back nine, 8 over par, and for what I remember, we were playing quite well, to be honest. It was just a couple of putts and a couple of holes that let me down. But considering this was the first time I've played at this course, I wasn't playing too badly. And we start things off. Great drive down the shortish par 5, left me about 210 yards with a hybrid. And this tree's kind of blocking me out, but I went for it, and it would just clip the tree, ricocheted back into the fairway, fortunately. So I kind of had an unintentional layup there with a 9-iron now, but I was aiming on the left because of the slope. The ball was below my feet, so I was aiming down the left side of the green, but it just stayed straight. So now I've got this chip on for, well, it's my 4th shot now. So let's see what I can do. I'm using, I think, just a wedge or a 9-iron or something. So we're going to chip on, see if we can just bump it in there. I thought I played this quite nicely, but the rough just caught it up a little bit. So we've got quite a, well, not long putt, but longer than what I would have wanted. And from what I remember, these greens were rolling really nicely, but they were rolling really fast. They're really firm. So any breaks in there were subtle, but it definitely moved the ball. And yeah, unfortunately, I just scraped the hole. So from a short par 5 there, it was a bit of a disappointing bogey. But moving on to another par 5, back-to-back par 5s, 517 yards. I smashed one down there, perfect drive down the left side of the fairway. And now this next shot you're going to see is probably going to be one of the best shots I've ever posted on this channel. Got like 230, 240 into the green. Perfect hybrid, drew it through the gap in the trees. It must have bounced short and just trundled on. And yeah, as you can see, I've got this left to my eagle. My first ever eagle, in fact, like literally 3-4 foot away. It looks quite an easy hole on camera. It looked quite an easy putt on camera, but yeah, it had a subtle break in it, and I thought, you know what, I'll hit it firm and just go for it because I want to get this eagle. And oh my god, obviously, as you can tell, that was so disappointing. I mean, that would have literally have been the best hole I'd have ever played. 2 perfect shots, a 4-foot putt for the eagle, and yeah, I just hit it too firm on that line, I think. Like, I wanted to go for it. I never wanted to leave that short, but I hit it too firm, hit the rim of the hole, and yeah, it's actually now not a gimme birdie. But yeah, just so disappointing. Fortunately, I do roll it in for the birdie, but oh my god, you know what? It'll come. That eagle will come, and if I can get on camera, that'll be a massive bonus. But that would have been so nice to get. So anyway, we're going to move on to this next par 3. This is actually a really nice little hole, with a little pond there. I caught it a little bit fat, but it was fine really, just short of the green. And I've got this one. Hopefully I can up and down this one. I'm still probably feeling very disappointed that I didn't make that eagle, but we'll move on anyway. I've got a birdie, which is nice to get. And now I play a really nice chip here, actually. So it was nice to hit a chip quite close, because I think from this round I was struggling a little bit reading the pace of the greens on the chips and stuff. But get a nice par there. So yeah, 2 good holes. It would have been nice to get the eagle and the par, but yeah, we'll accept the birdie and the par. Next hole, probably my worst drive of the day. It's a dog leg left, so I think I had it in my head to draw it around, but I just pull hooked it. I actually decided to hit provisional, but the first one ended up being fine. I thought it was in the trees, but it ended up being longer than what I thought. Got a 56 degree. I thought I played this really nicely. It was right on line, but I just played it too long. So now I've got a tricky little downhill chip. I bumped it down there. I thought I played it really nicely, scraped the hole, but yeah, I just, again, reading how fast these greens are, especially those downhill ones like that, just too far. And again, I just missed the par putt. Is it going to be a tendency you're going to see in this back nine, which is disappointing because I feel like I played really well, but I just didn't end up getting the. Well, I won't spoil it, but the score could have been a lot better, I feel like. But this next drive, hit a perfect drive, aiming quite a bit far right, to be honest, but ended up being perfect, right over the trees. I probably hit it close to 300, to be honest. Drew it back nicely, and now I've got, it was like a 400-yardish or 375-yard par 4. Now I've got like 75 yards in. All I need to do is hit it on the green. Got a birdie opportunity, but I fatted the pitch. Yeah, that was very disappointing, to be honest, because when you're in that position, you just want to get it on the green. Like, it's an easy shot. And I ended up hitting it into the bunker. And I remember, actually, around this time, like, my local course, bunkers weren't in play because of COVID reasons. But because this golf course is over the border in England, I think during this time, there's different restrictions and stuff, so bunkers were in play. And yeah, obviously, as you can tell, I just wasn't used to playing in the bunkers. I thinned it over the back. And now this chip on has left me with a bogey putt. So from where I was in a perfect position, just a little pitch on into the green, I've got this for the bogey, which is very, very disappointing, to be honest. And as you can see, again, like I said before, putting really let me down. I didn't feel like I was putting badly. It was just so many putts were just scraping the hole. And it just, it could have been so much better. But now moving on to another par 3. It's quite a lot of par 3s. It's quite a nice change playing a course with a lot of par 3s. I hit quite a nice, it was a really good strike. Just aiming down the right side of the green, trying to draw it back, but it just stayed straight. So again, I've got a kind of a little tricky bumpy chip. I thought I played it okay, but jeez, it just ran. It's just running and running and running. So now I've got like 10 foot to save the par. Now it was really fast down the hill. Obviously wasn't going to be as fast back up. And kind of another disappointing bogey. But there we go. We move on to the 16th hole now. 370-yard par 4. Dogleg right. And I thought I actually hit this out of bounds, to be honest. But it ended up being pretty much perfect right over the tree. And just off the fairway, so it was a bit of a tiger line for me there, but unintentional. But I'll definitely take it. And then 52 degree into the green. I thought I played this pretty nicely, but like I said, it was really firm, really quick in that day, and it must have bounced on the back and just trundled on. So it ended up being long of the green, and now I'm playing a little chip. Wanted to land it just in the fringe for it to roll onto the green. Thought I played it perfectly, but I just had a big hop, and now I'm just standing there in disbelief at how far that's ran on, because again, I thought I played that chip pretty nicely, but it just ran like 15 foot away. So I've got this not easy putt really to save the par, but I lined this up and I was pretty confident with it. Finally, I've made something. So that was nice to finally roll something in. I just felt like I played a hole which I deserved. I deserved something back there. So it was nice to get that par, to be honest with you. Now moving on to the 17th, 376-yard par 4. I hit a really good drive here. I just leaked it out to the right, and just sort of clattered against some trees. But it ended up being okay. It was actually almost on the green of that par 3 we played earlier. And now I just got a pitch and wedge, basically. I was aiming right at the green, hoping to draw it in a little bit, but it just stayed straight again. But it wasn't too bad. Just to the right of the green in the semi. And I just didn't read this putt particularly well. The pace wasn't too bad, but it just ended up rolling quite a bit long as usual. So really, I didn't play that well. But again, just that wasn't really a good putt in display, I've got to be honest. But now finally moving on to the last hole, 18th. I actually whipped out my 3-wood. I think in this hole I just bought the 3-wood, so I thought, you know what, I had a chance to play it all round, so I'll get it out. And I hit a pretty nice shot there. Big high draw. I wanted to sort of, I probably should have aimed a little bit more central, but it wasn't too bad. But now I've got these trees to contend with, and I actually played a really nice shot because I didn't have a line of the flag. I just kind of hoped that it was going to be okay, and yeah, I ended up hitting it pin high, and it just, yeah, it was a really good shot to kind of finish off my last iron of the day. Kind of lagged a putt up there, but now I've got this one for the par, which will be a nice way to finish this round. And as you'll see, ended up rolling in for the par. But all in all, you know, that was actually a pretty good back nine. I think I was like 5 over par, which is actually under par for my handicap. So I'll definitely take that, especially considering there was a lot of missed opportunities on the greens. It would have been nice to obviously make that eagle, but I got the birdie. But you know what? That eagle will come. And hopefully it'll come very soon in one of my future videos, because there's a lot planned. I've got a lot of videos planned for the future, so there's going to be a lot of videos coming very soon. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I definitely click that subscribe button, because there's going to be a lot of stuff coming very soon. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you want to leave a comment, or if you want to ask a question, please do so. Feel free to ask anything down below. But yeah, other than that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.